welcome to Lost in South Oz. Today we're road tripping to Port Wakefield. We had a lot of response to the videos on, well, the short, not the videos, telling me there's lots more out there. I've been out there a few times and there is, so today we're going to go out there and have a look at what's there and show people what's out there. I've chosen to video this rather than live stream it because in Australia we've got a good mobile phone network but a lot of dropouts, and that's the problem with live streaming anything in big areas. Anyway, I'm Bridget, Julie's behind me, and my friend Anne is here.
Hi.
And you may hear her voice from time to time. Just so you know.
Want to go to Kirk?
To get to Port Wakefield, you take Port Wakefield Road. And like I said, a lot of people in the past enjoyed our road trip down to Port Adelaide. So we thought we'd stick this one up for those that liked it.
Like most of our main roads, Port Wakefield Road is a thoroughfare for the semis.
Oh, road trains.
Road trains and semis. Yep.
That's good, Ed.
Yeah.
Comment.
Yeah. But most of our roads are full of hoons.
Yep. That too.
And tailgaters. And you see a lot of cars with their boots smashed and their grills all caved in. That's because some loon doesn't know the distance or the speed limit and failed to brake. You learn to drive defensively in South Australia. Trucks are speed limited. And the speed limit in this zone is 100 k's, and that's why we're passing 110 k's. So they're speed limited to 100. But with their devices, it lets them go to probably 105.
Unless they've managed to be naughty and
Bust the whole thing.
disengage the speed limiter.
Yeah, so if you see
which if they do, they get into huge fines anyway.
You see a truck doing 110, guess what? And ain't got a speed limiter on it.
That's it.
Usually they got between 100 and 105 because, you know, it could be going downhill or whatever. It doesn't work like a, like what we have in cars, you know, it's a little bit different.
So therefore, because they can only do the 100 or 105, we'll be overtaking a few.
I think the speed limit's 100 Australia-wide. It's just that
South Australia still left the country ones up to 110, which means legally we can do 110.
yeah,
Does it?
cars,
Yeah.
Cars and towing trailers is to 110. Different to New South Wales. If you're towing a trailer with a car, it's 100. Mind you, it might be anyway. It's less than 110.
Yeah.
It's less than 100. I thought it was 90.
But your speed limit in New South Wales and Victoria is 100 anyway.
Yeah, 100. I think
Yeah.
it's 90 for towing a trailer in New South Wales. I could be wrong. There might be someone from New South Wales that'll, let me know in the comments. But I remember when I was there, you were speed limited to 100, and I think towing a trailer was 80 or 90. So,
do you know if there's a speed limit in Northern Territory?
I think in the outskirts, the roads are unlimited.
No, it's a bit scary, isn't it?
Well, unlimited in Australia. The total speed limit in Australia, as far as I knew, was 110. But
yeah,
I guess I don't know. Maybe that's up for interpretation, but. I've never been in Northern Territory, but
neither have I.
I mean, I've seen people I've seen people talk about doing 130 and stuff like that, but I'm sure I don't know. Things
Yeah.
are governed state by state, but I thought the whole of Australia was 110. But again, somebody
Then
out
maybe
there,
somebody can tell us.
yeah, maybe. But like I said, I've never been into Northern Territory. One of the interesting things about the Northern Territory is it used to be part of South Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole middle strip of Australia was South Australia,
Yeah.
which is strange when you're in the Northern Territory.
Yeah.
But that's probably why it got its independence and became a territory. But yeah, I think this is all belongs to the army or the military. There's a proving ground up here somewhere alongside the road. Is that right, Jules?
Yeah.
Or is that more towards Port, or is it all the way along here there's a proving ground?
Oh, I can't remember exactly, but you'll start to see fences with signs.
And we sort of we had a discussion about what a proving ground was, and
Yeah, well, I'd like to know what it
Well,
is.
it's
I've
Basically
never
a
heard of it.
testing ground.
It's a
for
testing ground.
technology.
I'm not sure whether they can fire live rounds on it. I think it was just like if you want to drive tanks around and test trucks and off-road vehicles.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But it's in a marshland anyway, so the one that's up near Port.
Well, that's probably a good thing too, to test their vehicles and everything else in those marshlands.
Yeah, well,
To make sure they work right and they're doing the right thing with them.
some of Australia's outback is pretty awful actually.
Yeah.
Some of the places I've gone, you think it's a roadway, and you're down to your axles.
South Lakes.
Oh, South Hummocks. It's just it's a marshland out there.
I
and
love the area
full of water.
though, man.
Where's South
Yeah.
Hummocks?
It's around
Other
the,
side of Port.
just around the tip of the Gulf of St Vincent.
Oh,
and Port
okay.
Wakefield.
So you
Just
know,
up here,
you know
yeah.
the little bite where you go to South Australia, and you've got that little like boot that comes down a bit like
Yeah,
Italy. That
yeah.
little peninsula.
Our little boot to kick somebody up
Well,
the butt.
yeah. Well, the other side of Port Wakefield, you go about about 30 k's out or something.
Not even
Yeah.
that.
Not even out, and then you got South Hummocks, but South Hummocks station is long gone, but it's just all marsh.
That Singing Creek, does it actually sing?
But it's incredibly evocative area geographically.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at the video right now, we're actually not going uphill. This is just dead flat, and a lot of South Australia is just dead flat. There's a little bit of hills on the back of South Australia, a bit like Sydney, but nowhere near it. It's just a hill. It's not a mountain, and it's only on one side. And you've got a few little ranges south of Adelaide, but going north, you've got a couple of little hills. But most of the Adelaide area is just flat, or South Australia,
Yeah.
around Adelaide.
Going north, depending on which way you go, but you've got Flinders Ranges going through.
I've had to crack the window a little bit. I could probably put the air conditioner on. I'm not
Yep.
sure how loud that gets, because the wind street's starting to fog up.
Oh, I'll stop reading.
No, we'll have to all suck in, right, and just hold it. No, it's okay. One of the most interesting things I noticed when I came to South Australia, it's like when I was living in Sydney, it's stop, start, and you burn your brakes out. Every 3 months you're going through a set of brake pads, there's a grand. And here, it's pedal to the metal, and we'll stop when we get to the end of the road, and the end of that road's along, we're still driving on it.
Yep.
So brakes tend to last a lot longer here. You go through a lot of tyres, a lot of petrol.
This road, if I'm not mistaken, well, I probably am mistaken, this road meets up to another highway that will take you through to Western Australia.
Yes, it does.
It does, but we probably won't get there.
No,
Probably not today. Yeah.
No.
definitely not today.
I'm not road tripping to WA. I think
No.
I think the people on my channel will be like,
They'll be asleep.
Yeah.
My cats will be making a racket. Sarah will be ringing up to say, hang on, she's not home. And that's tomorrow morning.
You'll find out how many people care about you.
Yeah. But you're one of the good owners of cats. You keep them, on your property. You've got a nice big little catio off the side there, and they've got a nice area they can go running around. They're not feral like a lot of people have here.
Well, I try to keep them under control. I don't let them out so they can kill the wildlife, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, if you get them...
They're contained.
Yeah, well, look. And let's face it, we know that there are some people that let their cats roam. A lot of their consensus is it's wrong because they kill wildlife. But if your cat's, occasionally escapes, it might be a good idea to put a bell on a collar around its neck.
Yeah. But it's like, mine are contained, which is great, because they're in the catio, or cat enclosure, and they get access to indoors, outdoors at the same time. But for you've got ducks, and your neighbours...
See that?
Yeah, I know, isn't it cool? There was more. They used to have a fly and a cockroach, all sorts of things along here.
I think that's for watching birds and stuff, isn't it?
No, these were just ornaments.
Up there.
That. I don't know what that's actually for.
I think
They used to have them across here to keep the drive. Oh, there's a huge cockroach. Somebody's made this massive cockroach,
No, that was a lookout.
Drivers wake up a bit. That was a lookout, yeah.
Yeah, it was a lookout.
But there was quite a few things along the highway there at one stage, years ago.
What was a big lobster somewhere?
That
big
is...
prawn?
There's what's the name of the place? I know it.
And of course, Gamaraka has a big rocking horse.
Yes, and I know the place with the giant lobster. Rope.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Is it rope?
I don't know.
I think so.
There was originally a business there or a hotel or something.
There is.
Motel or
there
something.
was a hotel there. I think the lobster's just about dead.
I don't think it's.
Schleck.
There's a business in there anymore, and
Yeah.
everyone stops to take pictures. The lobster or
You mean
prawn's
it's still intact?
Yeah, it's still intact. I've driven past it a few times, but like I said, the business is gone. And you can see the silos out there. Look at it. There's farms everywhere around here, but it's just dead flat. The only thing on the horizon is the trees, all the gum trees. Last time we came down here, someone was shifting a big shed like a wool shed, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had it on a couple of huge flatbeds with a big prime mover moving it, and the cops were just diverting traffic around it.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about a small thing. We're talking something like, I don't know. It was the size of 2 Olympic pools.
Kingston is where Kingston in the southeast is where the giant lobster is.
Like, is that in Adelaide? Is that in South Australia?
South Australia, yeah, that's on the way to Mount Gambier. It depends on which way you want to go to Mount Gambier.
Yeah, I've passed it a few times.
You can go through the Coorong, which is beautiful.
It is.
It's a long way round. It's absolutely gorgeous. Adds a little bit of time to your trip. You can go through Robe and Kingston and all that.
But is that the northeast or the?
No, that's all southeast. Down towards Mount Gambier at the Blue Lake.
Oh, right. It's like you sort of go northeast to Adelaide, and you keep travelling. You head towards the top of Victoria, and it's about half an hour across the top of Victoria, and you're into New South Wales, and there's a bloody awesome roadhouse, and it makes lovely burgers. And I forgot.
I'd love to go there one day.
Well, it's only like 4 hours out. Yeah, it's only 4 hours out of Adelaide.
Yeah.
And you're in New South Wales, but it's just you go on northeast.
Well, he's called Larry. The big lobster is called Larry the lobster.
Larry the lobster. I want a piece of Larry the lobster.
He stands 17 metres high. Stands at the entrance to Kingston southeast, originally consisting of a restaurant tourist area.
Yeah. It was a restaurant and stuff, but I don't think it's open anymore. No. But there's little things like that all over Australia.
He's got a cute little face, Jules.
He's got a cute little face.
I'm sure
there's a big sheep somewhere too. big
There
ram.
is, but where's that? The merino.
Big
Where's
merino.
the big giant?
Big
where's,
giant.
where's the giant merino?
But it's a little bit like America. I think America does that sort of thing too.
Yes, yes.
It's just
We've
something.
got the huge cockatoo, the huge pineapple, the huge orange.
But I bet you the pineapples in Queensland or
Oh, I
top
would
of
say
New South
so.
Wales going over
I
the
would
border.
say so, yeah. Oh, we got a big potato too. Big koala.
Like this person's slowing
Avocado.
down. I mean, you know, it's average speed, and they're slowing down from their 107 down to 100, thinking they can trick the average speed camera. What does average mean? It means it takes the speed when you go through the first camera, and it takes the second speed, and then it averages it and looks at the time it took you to go between the two. You can't.
Actually, the big merino moved.
The merino moved.
The merino moved. And it is...
I better go around this car anyway.
Yeah. It is now it's located just off Goulburn's southern exit. Stands proud as a symbol of Goulburn.
Goulburn's in New South
New
Wales.
South, yeah. The big ram, we've got a big ram.
Yeah, I did say there was a big ram as well.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing. It's at Goulburn.
Yeah.
So that's where that
And
is.
Goulburn's sort of is it southwestern New South Wales?
Yeah.
Yeah, southern exit. It says got the big lobster.
All I need is a big hamburger. Yum.
Don't know that I found that one.
I don't know. Wouldn't be here.
No, that's probably an American one. But we do have.
But they're just tourist things people
Yeah.
go and see and stop and have a break while they're driving. Australia's a huge place. I mean, if you dropped it in the northern chunk of America, it would cover most of the land. You know, consisting of what, 7 states or something? Or 8 states now with Canberra?
No, it's 6 states and 2 territories.
6 states, 2 territories. Well, we got Northern Territory and Australian Capital Territory.
That's right.
So it's but
And then the other states, yeah.
for, most people see it as 8 states, but it's 6 states and 2 territories.
Yeah. Larry the lobster was initially intended to rear up over the front of the complex. Plans changed when local council regulations forced the lobster to be repositioned in front of the visitor centre, and it was built as a means of attracting attention to the visitor centre. And it certainly does. It still does to this day.
Yeah. I wonder who's looking after Larry then.
I don't know. Must be the council down there.
But we have like all the silos. So a lot of Australia, the railway stations and goods areas had silos because wheat was a big thing in Australia, and it probably still is. The wheat producers, and they had to store it at the railway and then transport it because for loading. So it'd be stored in silos, and so a lot of those silos are now staying dormant because it's all either in private rail or it's on road, and so a lot of those silos are now being used for art, and so part of the tourism around Australia, you can go onto the silo art websites and you can just tour Australia doing the silo art.
Yeah.
And some of those towns have lots of looks like graffiti, but it's just art, so it's murals. So if you go to the information centre, you can get an art map, and you can go and see all the silos and all the murals.
I believe Dunda's got some mural art, some silo art there.
Yeah, we've gone and photographed a lot of that before we started the channel.
We've only actually photographed Wakefield.
Yeah, we've done. We've done. Wakery's got a lot.
Yeah.
But before I resurrected the channel, because I had a channel years ago. Before I resurrected the channel, we were just taking photos and seeing a lot of South Australia and Victoria. But yeah, if you're looking for a place to go as well, I mean, go into your local information centre and ask for the silo art or mural art stuff. Be surprised what you can go and see. This truck's brushing the trees. He's wiping the dust off his cab.
Yeah, it saves him putting it through the truck wash.
You found any other ones?
Yeah, the giant koala is in the Grampians in Victoria.
Well, there is a giant koala. We
Yep.
recently got the koala state plates for South Australia, and they're just another plate, like a fancy plate, other than the standard plates.
Oh, right, okay.
And they're a limited edition, and everyone went nuts over the
Yeah.
koala state plates, and there's got a koala on them.
Oh,
But yeah, we got a giant koala. There you
We've
go.
got a giant koala. It's in the Grampians. I'm just looking. We've got. We will double
what?
check our pineapple.
Giant pineapple.
Yeah, I know.
Well, we've got giant rats. They got big tails on them and little ears, and they hop along the side of the road and jump into cars.
Oh, is that the kangaroos?
Yeah, like rats. They breed like rats and they throw themselves at cars.
And wreck the car.
Do you know, Australia, on Australia's coat of arms, you've got the emu and the kangaroo,
Yeah.
and it's one of the few places you can eat both your coat of arms.
It's
Because
amazing, isn't it?
they sell emu steaks and they sell kangaroo steaks.
Yep. You were right. The big pineapple is in Queensland.
Yeah. So, you know, the emu
We're,
and the
we're about the
kangaroos
only
are
country
national
that does
animal.
eat its national animal,
yeah.
aren't we?
I don't know, they're just giant rats to me.
I can't bring myself to eat
Oh no, I've had emu.
kangaroo or emu because going back to the days of Skippy the bush kangaroo,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
I can't imagine eating Skippy.
Yeah, I've never come at Skippy, but
And emu,
yeah.
I don't know. I
I
don't
never come
know.
at Skippy because most Skippies have worms
Yeah.
in their tails, the fat in the tail, and emu is not bad. It's like a very tasty lamb chop.
I'm one of these people that you'd have
Can
to
you cook
give
it
it to me, cook it, give it to me, but not tell me what sort of steak it is. You
Yeah,
know?
well,
and if I say, oh, what sort of steak? Oh, it's rump, it's blade,
It's
or
not
whatever.
really a heavy
You're not-
meat. It's not like a.
Yeah.
It's not like a steak like cow. It's more like lamb. That's what I'm trying to say. It's
Yeah.
like having a very tasty lamb chop.
Okay.
And they make the cuts a bit thicker than lamb.
Yeah,
So you'd think, oh, being a bird, it's like eating a chook, but
but it's not.
nah, it's like
No,
lamb
the chook
meat.
is actually crocodile.
The chook is the same. Yeah, well,
Crocodile tastes like saltwater chicken.
well, you know, the chook is actually a descendant of a dinosaur chook, and I forgot the name of that damn thing, but.
Okay.
But they're like a 6 foot chook. So in Australia, well, this is Australia, top
it's
part
not
of
the
Australia.
dodo that you're thinking of.
No, no,
that's- I can't even think
No,
of
chooks used to be 6 foot high, at least 6 foot
Yeah.
high, and they could eat you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why chooks have got like
Well, I don't want to take a chook on then.
that's why chooks have got like lizard feet, like
Yeah.
yeah, reptiles.
Birds are from reptiles, not mammals.
Yeah, but if you look at a chook's feet, you'll see that they're that's where you can see the
Yeah,
descendant of a
scaly.
chook. Yeah. So they're sort of reptile. They're sort of a reptile rather than a bird. So that's why they're probably like eating croc. And anyone that's from America, a croc is like an alligator but much bigger. They get up to what, 5 meters?
Yeah,
And the
6
rest.
meters.
And I guess you're in foot over there, so a bit over 3 foot to a metre. So 6 meters, you're talking
They've seen
18 foot, 20 foot.
yeah. I've seen a 24, 25 foot croc.
25 foot.
And it depends on whether it's saltwater or freshwater too.
Well, that's the thing. You've got freshwater as well as salt. I think the freshies are a bit smaller,
I think so.
a bit like your alligators. But yeah,
There's been one instance where a woman and
Oh, there you go, the
kids had a
T-Rex.
freshwater crocodile as a pet, lived in the house with them.
Oi, no thanks.
but they do that in the US. They have a pet alligator. Not me, I wouldn't be doing it.
Just going back to your chook thing and the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The T-Rex is the closest to the chicken.
yeah.
The T-Rex, but
The T-Rex.
there was also, if a descendant of that would have been that dinosaur chook.
Velociraptors.
That's consistent.
No, but there
with
actually
what
was a
we're just
dinosaur
saying.
chook. We went to an exhibition in Sydney
Oh,
of
right,
dinosaurs, and I actually ended up getting a toy one. But yeah, the evolution went down to this 6 foot thing. I don't know what happened after that. The evolution gets me, but you know, there seems to be some gaps in evolution.
Yeah.
And this is the
Alright.
one. This is the camera here because the last one was a fake one, the one that the other guy slowed down on.
Where's the camera?
It's up here.
Oh, okay.
And that's the dinosaur chicken, or the model of what we saw at the museum.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
6 foot high.
Look at that thing.
They
Yeah.
stand taller
Wow.
than some people.
It turns out that one species of Maniraptoran dinosaurs was the ancestor of all birds, including chickens.
Yep.
The lineage branched off in the Cretaceous, and by 65 million years ago, there were at least 3 orders of birds. I'm not going to read anymore. 'Cause
I
it's
think
hard
you
to-
see the government signs on that one. This
Yeah.
is a proving ground.
Yeah.
So we're not too
And
far out.
it's swampy. It's marshy.
Yeah,
You can
it's not
see
too
it.
far out. If you
Yeah.
look to our left, we're not too far out of Port Wakefield. It's all marshland up here. This is the proving ground. So I've never actually seen any vehicles driving on it. So I don't know. But the government owns a lot of land that basically hasn't got houses on it. Crown Lands Department.
Yeah.
And they shuffle it between, you know, there's a big rat on the side of the road. That one tried taking on a car.
Oh.
That thing would have been 8 foot tall, that thing.
But if you come across a big red brute, you don't take him on, because he'll gut you. Any of them will gut you.
Don't shape up to a wild kangaroo. You're going to come off
You'll be
last.
dead.
Because I'll just pick their back legs up and gut you. That's it, simple.
Yeah.
Those
Balance
powerful
on their
legs.
back tail, and you're gone.
Once they get on their back tail, you're gone. They grab you by their front legs, and that's it. And the claws in the back of them are like razor blades. So yeah, I mean, I see people in petting zoos in the US and stuff, and there's all these wallabies coming around and roos and stuff, but they're tame.
Yeah, very tame.
They're
In simple
tame.
terms, our native wildlife will kill you.
Yeah.
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 Even our platypuses have poison in their feet.
I don't know
Yeah.
why. People come over here and start petting a koala and they've got rabies and they bite.
And they've got powerful claws on them
And
too.
they're all sharp. And those things can kill you with rabies and stuff. I mean, like,
Yeah.
and you know, so most of our wildlife is just deadly.
Even some of our jellyfish will kill you.
Well, even our octopus, you look at the blue-ringed octopus, it's a tiny little thing,
Yep.
but you're dead in minutes. Spiders, well, we know about spiders.
Yeah,
Australians known for about,
but I think America has the most deadly snakes. There's like the top 7 snakes, and I think America's got the top one, if I remember rightfully. And I think most of the rest belong to Australia. And then there's the spiders. Well, there's the Sydney funnel web.
yeah, that's, well,
And our redback is like the
Black Widow.
Black Widow in the US.
Yeah.
And the recluses.
Let's have a look. I'm not a fast typer on the
Yeah.
things, so you have to be patient with me.
See, I was struggling to get around that road train back there. You know, I'm sitting on 110 and he's doing a K or slower than me.
Yeah. That's
and
not
he's
good.
supposed to be speed limited, and he's a road
Yeah.
train. Speed limited to flat to the boards, maybe?
That's his. The taipan is the deadliest snake in the
Where's
world.
that from?
Inland
America?
taipan, king cobra, and black mamba. Black mamba's Africa.
But the taipan's from America?
Let me have a
I think
look.
we have taipans here too.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
That's why
So it's not a competition, but I think
No.
the taipan's the most deadliest because its venom moves the fastest. And we have brown snakes and black snakes, but they're in the list too.
and red belly blacks
And red belly, yeah.
and yellow belly.
Yep.
Same thing.
Yeah, yeah. Blue bellies.
I haven't seen one of them yet.
I have.
Oh, okay.
Just different degrees. There's different colours on snakes. But yeah. I mean, yeah, there's definitely deadly stuff all around the world, but you come here and the wildlife is right there and it's all deadly. So, if you're going to go pet a snake, go pet it in a zoo, mate.
They
Yeah.
won't let you pet a deadly one there. That's for sure.
Well, you're gonna pet a funnelweb, you know, go to a zoo or a tarantula or something. I wouldn't be petting a funnelweb. People keep spiders for pets now, so I don't know. I'm not into that. I think people keep tarantulas though. They live like 20 odd years. The sun's coming out, it's getting nice and warm.
King cobra is
Well, we don't have any of those
native
here.
to Asia. Okay.
Yeah, we don't have any cobras here.
Then we go the inland taipan.
This is where we get a speeding ticket if we've gone, if we've stayed over, gone
110.
over one. If you you know your speedo's out, this is where you find out. But it's an average. So if you're doing over 110 through them, or if you've been like, see, there's that. Look at the gun on the side of the road. So this is all military
All
land.
military, yeah.
It's all proving ground. So big gun there.
Oh, yeah. Now this gives me the list of the most deadly snakes, but it does 10 of them, but it doesn't tell me where.
No.
So
And I'm sure they've got varieties of it in the US and
Yeah.
you know. Well, they've probably got them in the UK too.
you've got the boomslang, you've got the black mamba and the green mamba, same family. Obviously, going by the names, they're
I think
that particular colour. The boomslang, vine snake, you've got to be careful with because you don't realise it's there. It looks like a twig on a tree.
so. This is Port Wakefield we're coming into.
Oh, okay.
now.
Well, we'll stop talking about snakes. Things.
I think this is Port Wakefield we're coming in now.
I think so, if I remember correctly.
And it's only like a 40-minute drive down the road. Although it depends on where you're coming from, right?
Yeah. But for us.
Port Wakefield, there's a sign on the road. Just slowing down to 50 kilometre speed limit through Port Wakefield because many roads come together. Because you're at the edge of that bit that goes across that little
Yeah, across
peninsula
to the foot.
to the bite. Yeah. So
And on out.
and there's a lot of highways come
Yeah.
together here.
Yeah, I used to come through here to go to Roxley Downs when I was working out there. And Glendambo.
And just here at this grill house here, and there's a bakery on the corner. That's my and I come in here, that's my favourite bakery, just on the corner here.
Yep.
They make lovely pies.
Okay.
There's been a lot of roadworks in this town. It's a country town. It used to be one of the biggest happening places, Port. And
And where are you taking us to now?
oh, I haven't got a clue.
Oh, okay.
I'm just driving down here. There's
See
the
what
old
we can find.
the old railway station is down here,
Right.
and then you've got the yard to the side here to the right. But
Right.
but as you can see, the big building at the end, that used to be the refreshments building that sat on the platform.
Oh, okay. Got a pub.
The station building was right next to it, but it's not there.
It's not there anymore.
Right, yeah.
What's right next to it now is a caravan park.
Oh,
The station building was on our right hand, facing it, the right hand.
Right hand. So
yeah.
so so this little roadway with the 10 kilometre speed limit. So that's the RSL now.
Oh, okay.
The seniors and the senior citizens and whatever.
Yeah.
And this was where this road is. This is where the railway line used to come through.
Oh,
So if you look
okay.
down there, there's a caravan park. And
As you can see, our river is not very full.
No.
actually, I probably should see if everyone wants to go to the bathroom first. And you see the car on the other side. There's dirt roads and stuff in
Well,
there.
we're about to join him.
No, well, I could drive out there.
He's coming round.
Yep, I'm just going to wait for him to come through, and I'll take us out there, and then I'll come back as part of this bit of footage. But
I think you'll find it's low tide at the moment, Anne.
Oh, so it would.
that's why the cars are out
Yeah,
there.
probably.
Because last
No,
time
why
we
there's
here,
no-
there
See,
was
there's
water
no-
all through
Yeah,
here.
there's at low tide now.
That's what.
Yeah, you have a look at that. There's I'll show that in the video. There's
sorry, that
for
was funny.
Halloween. For Halloween, there was a
No off-road driving, yeah.
there was a they did a little display there.
But last time it was all water, and I don't think we've had rain, so I think it was high tide last time.
So
That just looked so funny there. That was
yeah,
good.
well, you get a look at it later.
Yep.
But they do a lot of touristy things, and I guess passers-by are probably where their money's at, you know.
It's gimmicky, but let's face it,
It gives people a laugh.
it does. And how many people want to get fascinated by the landscape?
Yeah.
I find this totally interesting, this landscape.
But a lot of people come out here, but I
Yeah.
don't know why they come out here. I guess they fish out here, I don't know. But this is just, what we're driving on is all the marsh. And they've built this up with sand, I guess, so we can drive on it.
Yeah,
But,
sand
Yeah.
and gravel. So,
but at the end of all this, you've got a a car
Oh.
park. If I remember rightfully.
South Hummoxan is essentially to our right.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
And it's
They
like
do
this.
the
They've got the
So
rail.
this-
So the railway is just laying on this marsh,
Well,
and you wonder why you go down to your axles on it, because they don't maintain it. So
oh no.
But where they put the railway, it was at the top end of the marsh. They couldn't really put it anywhere else
Yep.
because they would have, anywhere else the track would have had to go a long way out of the way,
Okay.
yeah.
or it
But
would have had to
anyway,
go through mountains.
All right.
It was more
I'll just do
difficult.
a U-turn here, guys, and then we'll look back. Well, a 3-point turn because I've got a twin cab.
That's
so.
Gulf of St Vincent over there.
Yeah, Gulf of St
You can't
Vincent.
quite see the water, but where
Straight
you're
ahead,
pointing,
yeah.
Yeah.
between us and those mountains, I think.
Unfortunately, I couldn't do a U-turn. I've had to do a 3-point turn because I've got a twin cab. It's a long vehicle. Anyway, going back.
It's all marshland that you're looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, a lot of cars come out here. I don't know what for, but they come out here.
Well, maybe when it's high tide, there's a bit of fishing
But
with yabbies or something
all
like that,
along
you know.
to fill people in while we're driving, what those houses you see in there used to be a railway line that went all along that foreshore, and that was the docks for all the goods, like, you know, for the line that came down from Burra and everything. And if you want to fill this in, Juliet,
the copper that started off in the ground in Burra wound up on ships here at Port Wakefield.
So you had your goods yard, but then you had your loading docks where this caravan park and where the station was. So there's been a couple of developments of railway yards. So, but all the docks here are all gone. You know, people say, you know.
But the water must have been a lot deeper then at that stage.
Well,
for the
Maybe
ships.
they dredged it. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure, to be honest.
Might have been barges they took it out on. I don't know. We haven't looked at that, but all we know is the railway line went around the waterfront here where this refreshment building was, and they've now got a caravan park on the other side of it. So, on the other side of that, there's just the
I'm just getting ready to get a photo of this.
on the other side of that, they've just got
We'll be
pylons
getting
with
out
it.
and walking down there, Anne.
We'll go and walk
okay.
down there.
So you'll be able to get a better photo. We're getting out of the car. Yeah.
Yep, just
There's a boardwalk
Oh
down
yeah, I
there
see that.
so this would have been down here. The railway line would have went straight where that caravan park is out there.
Yes.
To our
Yep.
right,
Yep.
and would have kept going out to the point there, and that was where the loading. I think the loading.
Now,
got
while
Okay.
we're driving and talking about this, swing round to the left where the line went along the road into the goods yard.
You want me to show them on this video?
Yeah, show them on this video.
Because
You've been describing it. The
so this
railway
would've-
came through here.
They would have come through here, and then it
These
would
are
have.
very old.
So looking
homes,
through
yeah.
that would have been the goods yard, right?
And those cottages, I think, are rail workers' cottages
Yeah, they're
originally.
very
Right,
old. Look
right.
at the little
But
old.
we'll do a video on that later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, for those people who have come on the road trip, thanks for watching. Well, please like and subscribe as usual.
Yeah, these
and
girls are doing a good job.
And I hope you enjoyed the video, and look for our next one, which should be on, we're going to have a walk around this town, Port Wakefield, and show what the history is left that isn't the railway, because that's the goods yard and that building, and then we've showed in a previous video where the second generation station house is. Was there anything you wanted to add, Anne?
No, except that I think these girls are amazing. They've actually come from New South Wales. They're not South Australian. They've come from New South. They've actually accepted South Australia as their home. I'm a born and bred South Aussie, and I never knew half of this existed. They're opening my eyes, so I'm happy to come along for the drive with them and learn more about my own state.
All right.
So please subscribe.
Yeah. From me,
Thanks, Anne.
take care. From Julie,
Yep. Likewise.
from Anne.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed the video, and till next time.